Okay, this might be a feature people may not be aware who have the IC-52 series. Mine is the 52 Plus. And that is, your information can show up on APRS network. What you need to do is set up your DPRS on this handheld. I'll try to hold it steady. And the DPRS will transfer your data to the APRS network. However, you need to set it up. I know a lot of people have a lot of these new ones now, so maybe it's the first time. So it's a possibility they've missed that. Now, let me see if I can show you how it's done. First thing you gotta do is hit the menu, and I gotta go to GPS mode, okay? You go to the top of the screen where it says GPS set. First thing you have to do is select on, okay? And let me see. And then the next thing, oh, maybe I should have told you, go to GPS option, and you have, I guess you pronounce it SBAS and GLONASS, something like that. SBAS has to be on, okay? GLONASS has to be on, okay? And I think we can go back. Manual positioning, I believe it is. No, that's not the one I want. Hold on. TX, I had to go back one more. Right from the beginning, where you set your GPS set menu. Go to GPS transmit mode. For DPRS, ignore the on proto. Go to TX format and positioning. And usually on that, oh, let me just correct this a bit. Okay, I'm trying to hold this. Usually you would go to symbol, and it's a handheld, your mobile, I guess a person, but you know, if you have a bicycle, car, you can select the appropriate symbol. I'm going to select person for now. Now, the SSID you need to set. It's a handheld. I'm gonna select 7. Now, if you have more than one radio, you need to set up a different SID number. For example, if you have a mobile unit, maybe an 8 or a 9 or something of that sort. So, the first thing you gotta do is select a symbol and then your SSID. Comments. You can put a comment in there. For some reason, I did put an ID-52 Plus. Okay. And timestamp, you can have it off, or you can have, I think it's day, hour, minutes, or hour, minutes, second. I don't know, timestamps can be a nuisance, clutter. So, let me just try this for now. And altitude, I want on. Data extension, I want course speed. Not power, height, or gain, but course speed, okay? That's it. And that's all. Okay, I have my satellite, this was on earlier, but I guess it's off right now. And this way, all that data via DPRS will get transmitted to the APRS network, and you have APRS on an ICOM ID-52 Plus. And I believe this would work on the 50s, any of the 50 series. And who knows what other radios, because I don't have none of those. So if you have any questions or feedback on that, or can confirm that it works on the other radios, great. Okay, to the next point. If you have the ICOM IC-705, it's basically the same thing. Okay, you hit menu. You got 2 pages, so it's on the second page, GPS. Scroll up, GPS set. It tells you it's on. That's one thing I like about that. It tells you right there. GPS option. SPAS has to be on. I don't have to go in to check. It tells me right here. GLONASS is on. Okay. And then I believe I have to go back one step here. And then you go to GPS transmit mode. Okay. Transmit format. Gotta scroll, hit position and scroll up. You have to scroll up. And then you select a symbol, which in this case, it tells me it's going to be a person. But you can select a whole bunch of different options. And then you need the SSID. And it tells me it's a 9, and my handheld is -7. So it has to be unique for each of your devices. And let's see, okay, yeah, you can select letters and numbers. Okay. Now, if you want to make a comment, you can make a comment. I guess I was testing, put my hand 705 in there. Then you have a timestamp. I think my handheld is DHM, so I'm going to select that. And that should be it. Okay, I'm hitting object. Positioning. Okay. Course and speed. That's what I want. That's it, I think. So now you have an APRS radio. The data from the GPRS is transmitted to the APRS network, and let me know if it works for you. Take care. Okay, there's a couple questions I get. Some people saying they're getting into the repeater, but no one's hearing them. I probably think I know what one of the reasons are. I have mentioned that, I think, in previous videos, but you have to go through a lot of videos to find it. And regarding the ICOM software on the iPad, I'm using the Intel iPad, and I think it's iOS 17. Works perfect. I can leave this on 24/7, and as long as my radio is not shut off, it maintains the connection. Very, very reliable. Hopefully, ICOM will fix the issues with the newer operating system. I managed to connect to iOS 18 with my iPhone and so forth, but it's not as stable as this. So, as a result, I use this. Now, you're not being heard. Quite often, if you don't have that / before the XLX, if you go and turn on your computer and actually go to the site, which is the XL197 DYN DNS.org, you'll see a call sign. And you'll see an icon saying you're being heard. But you're not. You're connected, but no one can hear you. And the reason why is the / is not there. So this is the format. Okay? And if you're using this software, a good hint, it will say failed. If it says failed, that's an indication you have a formatting problem. Right there. And anyways, we managed to have a short QSO with a station in Ottawa, and gave me a good report. I have to admit, the ID-52 Plus is it's a radio that I get the best audio reports. I've been experimenting a little bit with DMR, just to see what difference. I picked up those TID radios, DMR radios, mostly to replace the H8, because it has features that I would like to see on H8, the DMR radio has, even if I didn't use DMR. But since there was DMR there, I said, well, let me find out what it's like. I must say, the comfort of operation right now, from what I'm experiencing, D-Star is nicer, but it's too premature for me to make a conclusion, because there is 2 DMR repeaters. It seems like I get in and I don't get in, and I hear stations on that have very good audio quality, and then others that don't. So same thing, and unfortunately, it just gives you a number, unless you have downloaded the database. You may see it, but that doesn't always work. It only shows up, I think, when you're dealing directly with the person. People need to set it up so that it shows even going through a DMR repeater. So quite often, only 1, 2, 3 every once in a while, I get all the information, name, address, and things of that sort. My understanding, if they have a radio that supports talk alias, then you don't need to download a digital contact list. Still working on it, but I have to say, at this point, D-Star is much more enjoyable, and even working a D-Star repeater, I kind of find it's nice from the experience I'm having between DMR and D-Star. Again, not set in stone, so don't say this is the way it is. Okay. Oh, if you haven't done so, it would be appreciated. Please subscribe. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day.